Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 25th. We're going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time, and that'll be that. But, Scorpio, let's see here. It's interesting. I have to say, it's interesting to have this illumination card with the moon card. The moon card is actually kind of specifically a card of darkness. So it's definitely something to think about is what I would say. Because normally the moon kind of represents mysteries, not being able to see through the light or not being able to see any light. Although what I will say is that it's a full moon on the moon card. So have you ever been outside on a full moon? You can pretty much see everything, right? If there are no clouds in the sky. It's also interesting that Tower came out in reverse. I don't read reversals. Well, I do. I give, people ask all the time. I give reverse meanings all the time. They're just not in reverse. I read intuitively. I actually, again, as I said before, I actually don't like the Tower in reverse necessarily because, it can represent avoiding a Tower moment, but sometimes a Tower moment is necessary. I think that Tower moments are necessary because of the reason why the tower is falling. The reason the tower is falling is because things have been the same for too long. They're ignoring reality. So again, to me, the Tower in reverse can just say you're avoiding something, although it can be a good card because it could say you're discovering something that where you are seeing something where you have been ignoring a reality and you're making a change, which is kind of how I feel this reading is going because you have this illumination card and the moon. Like I said, it's like you're waking up, or I don't really see this as a wake up reading necessarily for you. If the Judgment card comes out, then fine. When we clarify that definitely would change things. But I kind of see this more as a clarity reading where it's like you're becoming clear maybe on some changes that you need to make or on something where you have been kind of like ignoring reality with that Tower card. In your first row, you have the Moon, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands here. This is kind of giving me the vibes of trying too hard. And, I'll just tell you, Scorpio, if there's one thing that used to piss me off, years ago, is that I would try really hard to make certain things in business work or, make certain things in my life work and they wouldn't work, right? And I would watch all the people around me being successful. I used to work in a very specific niche of marketing, and I had a bunch of competitors that were extremely successful. I became very successful in that niche, but, there are people around me who are like much more successful, much more quickly. And it was because I was trying too hard, And I kind of get that feeling for you here. Especially with the Moon, the Four of Pentacles. The Moon can sometimes represent being controlled by your animal side. There's a dog and a wolf, or a dog and coyote, whatever you want to call it. And the dog and the wolf, dog and coyote, they kind of represent your animal instincts, your domestic side with the dog and your wild side with the wolf or the coyote, whatever you want to call it. And it kind of represents those two things and needing to have those two things in balance. Like having the wild side can be beneficial sometimes. Having the domestic side can be beneficial sometimes, right? But I feel like this is too much fixed thinking, the Four of Pentacles. I'm really focused on the pentacle that is on his head here, Scorpio. So I feel like there could be a lot of benefits in, number one, not trying too hard, which we see right here. He's like trying too hard. He's trying to have a harvest, but he's trying to carry everything at once to his home right down here. So I like the Ten of Wands. I'm actually, to me, the Ten of Wands is actually a good card. He's having a harvest. He's about to bring it to his house. But it's like, does he have to, maybe, we could look at it and say, in your situation, just intuitively, based off what I feel intuitively in your reading, it's like, does he have to carry all 10 wands right away? Or can he do 5 now, and can he come back out and get 5 later? And maybe it would be like a lot lighter. It would be a lot easier for him to handle things. So I kind of feel like prioritizing. I'm getting a million things here for you, Scorpio, like priorities being very important. It's like there might be some responsibilities you're seeing as important, but maybe they're really not. And then maybe there's some other things that are more important. I would say prioritizing things would be a good idea for you with that Ten of Wands. And I think it would be one of those things that would be extremely beneficial. I always tell a story. I used to work at Starbucks when I was younger, and I used to work with this girl who I would always close with, and it's like we would always be there like 2 hours later after close because she couldn't prioritize things, and it used to drive me crazy. I finally got to the point where I told my boss, I will never work with her again. If you make me work with her again, I quit. And she was a great person, terrible at prioritizing things, right? So, I feel like that 10 of Wands, sometimes it's like some things can seem important, right? But they're really not that important. And I kind of feel a need for you to look at the things that maybe you're doing and saying like, is this adding too much to my plate or is it important? Let's move on. You have the Page of Cups coming up next. I do feel there could be love coming in for you if you want it. And I do very specifically feel like saying if you want it. Love to me is not a requirement, of course. Sorry, my camera went off because of the, whatever. Let's fix it. There we go. I don't think it's a requirement. But what I would say here is if you want it, it exists. I do, of course, think we are better together than we are just being single, right? But if you choose to be single, that's your choice. But I would say if you want it, it's here. And it feels like not a priority. Again, I mean this in a good way is what I'm trying to spit out here. I feel like, if you want it, it's there. If you don't, you don't have to take it. For others, I do feel like it is something you have to grab onto. Again, normally that Page of Cups has a fish in its cup. And it could represent like an opportunity. Could represent a dream, something you're imagining. And, I always feel like he has to grab onto that fish and make sure it doesn't escape. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Two of Cups. Again, if this is love, it's probably different than your usual type. I've probably said this to you before. During the 2022 readings, the yearly readings, pretty much every single sign, except for like 2, had the Two of Cups. And I was saying, if love is coming in for everybody this year, it could be someone who you're not used to, someone who comes from a different background, someone who's different than your usual type. But Two of Cups is a really good card. It's a card of people who have great communication with each other and have a great connection as well. And it also represents balanced ego when it shows up in a positive position. This lion here, it kind of represents the egos of both people in the relationship, but it represents having balanced ego, or kind of like, both people balancing their ego out through the relationship. So, again, good for relationships. If you don't want love, this to me would be you and your higher self. Again, to me, the Two of Cups represents you and your higher self, and it represents something calling out to you. With the moon, and you also have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is a bridge between, the heavens and the earth, or the universe and the earth. The moon represents something that you are imagining that exists in the ether, that exists up here, that you have to bring down to earth, right? So I feel like for some of you, it's like there could be a dream, wish, or goal, and this dream needs to become a reality. And even look at this, going down, we go down to the Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work or good work or doing a good job. So it's like you will be seen as doing a good job if you manifest a dream here on Earth. Next, you have this Call of the Muse card. Again, having something, this is like having something that inspires you to action. A muse is a thing that you kind of use that inspires you to be successful. It's like, back in the day, in the old days, it used to be like a great artist or something would have like a woman that he used as his muse, and it would be his reason for creating his art. Or maybe an artist would have something else that they would use as a muse, right? And nowadays it's not the old days anymore. So now we have like new things, like maybe you love your dog. It's like maybe you could create some art for your dog, and it's like the thing that leads to success. It doesn't have to be that. It could be maybe you see a car on TV and you're like, I want to own that car. And what I would say here is that this card could say, use that as your motivation or your inspiration to create something like a major change. I feel like you are creating a shocking change. And I feel like it's shocking to the people around you, not necessarily to you. I feel like that you are the one that is creating this change. You have the Tower, the Strength card, and the Three of Pentacles. The Strength card to me also kind of says that you're creating an amazing change in your life. The Strength card is a display of strength. She has her hands in this lion's mouth, and this lion is submitting to her. Its tail is between its legs. And it kind of represents, you conquering your inner demons, your inner voice, or your inner critic, or any of those things that could be preventing you from being successful. But it's something you have to do every single day. And the Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. So it's like you are being seen as someone who can do a good job, who can complete things to a high degree of accuracy, who can be very successful. So I feel like there's a lot of success for you with this Three of Pentacles energy that is coming in for you. And the Three of Pentacles, again, he has done a good job creating something. One thing I will say with all this moon, Hierophant here, is that there's a fire triangle up here and a water triangle right here. The water triangle kind of says there is more that you could create. There is more that you could be doing that could lead to a lot of success. It just kind of really represents like that cherry on top to me. So if you're like creating something new, it could represent bringing other people in, creating something with other people, like a new project, new business, new life, whatever, right? And it's like working together with other people, co-creating. Could just be like that cherry on top that really takes something to the next level. And so, I feel like you have great stuff here for all types of relationships, not just marriage. Again, the Hierophant and the Two of Cups, Hierophant could be marriage, but this could be a soulmate connection with a business partner. Maybe you're just writing a book and someone edits it, and it's just a connection between you and the editor, right? I know it sounds ridiculous, but seriously, I feel like that's what could be going on here. Again, you have the Tower in reverse. I feel like you're kind of seeing something here that is allowing you to avoid a Tower moment, but I feel like it's the fact that you're seeing reality. You are seeing something for like how it truly is, and it could be anything. Maybe you're seeing like something, to me it would be this right here, the Ten of Wands, Hierophant, the Tower. This is like a breakdown of beliefs that have been holding you back. Again, the Ten of Wands, it's like, is with the Hierophant, could be like, do you need to believe X, Y, and Z, or could things in your life be easier? And it's like, I feel like you're seeing ways to do that. But let's see where this is going for you, Scorpio. With the Moon, you have the Ten of Swords. Again, definitely letting something go here in your first row. Luckily, this stuff is coming up in your past. That first row is your past. And the Ten of Swords really says something is dead, done, over with. Something that was an illusion. And I kind of feel that for you, where it's like you're releasing, and like you are releasing something that is an illusion in your life, and you're moving towards something. Let's see. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Chariot, and the Chariot represents a victory. It is a card of control and needing to take control of a situation. Definitely a card of leaving something behind. He's leaving this city behind, but it is a victory, and it is moving towards success very quickly. Again, this is a card of as above, so below. It's also a card of like, as within, so without, right? And, our inner world, I really believe, is matching our outer world right now. So anything you could be doing to work on that stuff would be a good idea with the Chariot. Especially with the Chariot. With the Four, what do you know? With the Ten of Wands, you have the Six of Pentacles, like literally giving to one thing and not the other. And he is deciding that it's maybe worth it more to give to this person, not this person. It's not like 100% accurate, but I kind of feel that with that Ten of Wands, that you're deciding like what to give to, what not to give to, so you don't waste your time. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands. I love it. Ace of Wands is like a very passionate new beginning. I don't even think we talked about the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like I completely skipped over that Seven of Pentacles for some reason. But again, Seven of Pentacles just is the juice worth the squeeze. And I feel like you're saying, no, I want a new beginning. And again, this could be the thing that is like the shocking people in your life. Again, I feel like for some of you, there's a shocking change happening for you, but it's like not shocking to you. I feel like it's shocking to people in your life. It's like sometimes like I've done things, or, like years ago, I tell a story all the time. I had a very successful business when I was 21, I just let it go completely. Just stopped doing it one day. And because my heart wasn't in it. And, I'm sure plenty of people at the time thought I was nuts, right? And so, but my heart wasn't in it. So I just gave it up. I had to move on to something else. So I kind of get that for you here, Scorpio. Where it's like there could be some sort of shocking change for you here. With the Hierophant, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, it's going to take some work. Temperance is about alchemy, turning one thing into another. And I definitely feel that for you here, where it's like you could be turning something into another. It's like you're not going to be releasing something. Again, it's like if you're releasing something that could be shocking other people, it could be one of those things where it's like you have the skills still. So it's like the Temperance is like taking your skills and you're just transforming them into something else. With the Two of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Love it. If this is love, to me, the Ten of Pentacles is the best love card in the deck. To me, it is everything you want and desire in love. To me, it is just everything. I love it. So this is an amazing card. I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you with the Ten of Pentacles, a lot of abundance as well. I also feel that this could be true love, like I said, if you want love. Even if you don't want love, I feel like this is true for all of you. I feel like this is a great success that's coming in for you due to some sort of change. I said to someone last week that, really, I think we had this Libra moon actually on the 16th, between like the 16th and the 17th, or the 16th, really. And, this Libra moon, I really feel it was kind of like asking people to believe in magic a little bit more. And the Hermit just popped out there, which is interesting. But I feel like it kind of like wants us to break free from something. It's squaring Pluto, which is death. And, I feel like it's something that it kind of wants us to break free from something and let something go. And I get that for you here, Scorpio. That's why I'm saying it. With the Tower, you have the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords is about a quick change, like I said, and, you know, I don't know. Do I need to say more? Probably not. I feel like I already said this, that this is clearly some sort of quick change that is coming in for you, and it could be shocking to, you know, other people. With the Strength card, you show up twice here, Tower and the Death card. And like I said, there's clearly a major transformation or a death that is happening in your life. I don't think someone is dying. You know, of course, people always die. But, you know, to me, it's against tarot ethics to predict a death in the first place. And so, you know, that's what I'll say there. But what I do feel is that there is definitely a transformation. That's the type of death that is going on here. But it is a total death. Ten of Swords, Tower, Death card, like a total release. And with the Three of Pentacles, are you kidding me? You have the Tower. So, for a lot of you, I feel like this could be a change in the way that you work. For others, I feel that you're just shocking other people. Again, Three of Pentacles would be other people. It's like, look at this Three of Pentacles. Look at how she's holding those plans up to this guy. It's like she's holding the plans up. These two people are looking at plans, you know? So it's like, again, I feel like some sort of change you're making could be going against the plans of other people in your life, but it's not their life, plain and simple. This is a crazy reading. Can we get more on this here? Five of Swords. No, I already know the answer is no, but we'll keep going. Five of Swords is separation. Again, you could be separating away from something. It looks to me like you're releasing something, going to something else. Two of Pentacles, juggling two things. I feel like you've been putting too much energy into something. Ten of Wands. It's like you're ready to release a burden. You're ready to start something new here. Don't be afraid to rip the Band-Aid off here, Scorpio. It'll be a victory. Chariot, Ace of Swords, two aces. Going on here, so I don't know. The readings have been crazy this week. There's some sort of, I almost feel like a belt has been coming off. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I almost feel like I popped my belt. My gut is just popping out here, Scorpio. That's the best way I could describe it. So I have no other things popping into my head, but it feels good. Feels like I just had a Thanksgiving feast, and you know, I just had the release, right? So I don't know. There you go. It's time to stop. I feel loopy today. My allergies are getting the better of me, but this looks amazing. So love it. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.